Coming up on Night Vision News, 2 Wartburg students won grant money for the Wartburg Science Department. A Cedar Falls man reflects on his opportunity and his inspirations to compete on American Ninja Warrior.
And 2 women's tennis players are working to propel Wartburg to success. This is Night Vision News.
Good morning and welcome to Night Vision News. I'm Courtney Moser.
And I'm Alexa Gansveld. 2 Wartburg students recently entered and won a national lesson planning contest. I bring you the story.
Pets in the Classroom is an educational grant program that contributes financial support to teachers to purchase and maintain small animals in the classroom. The program was created by the Pet Care Trust to initiate an opportunity for children to interact with small animals.
There are certain districts and states right now that are looking at banning all animals in the classroom. And so it's a way to show like, hey, these are appropriate pieces of the classroom and they can teach actually great academic skills, but also good soft skills for students.
After hearing about the program from science education professor Dr. Michael Bechtel, 2 Wartburg students, Hannah Vanderwilt and Emily Cook, took advantage of the opportunity and submitted lesson plans that fit the criteria of the contest.
You just had to write a lesson with, and then there's different categories of different animals. So you pick a category and then you write a lesson plan on how you would use that animal in a classroom lesson.
Teachers in public or private schools from preschool to 9th grade qualify for the Classroom Animal Grant Program. School librarians are also able to apply for the grant.
When you win, they post your lesson plan on their website so that anybody can access it and use it. So I just thought it was cool to look through previous winners and just you can use any of them.
Vanderbilt won the category of small animal bird for 3rd through 5th graders. The lesson plan used hedgehogs to teach standards, such as demonstrating productivity and accountability by producing quality work.
I picked the aquarium fish because I want an aquarium in my classroom. So I kind of thought of what I would use in my future classroom, and that's how I kind of picked my animal and then went from there to choose the lesson topic.
Cook won the aquarium fish category for 3rd through 5th graders. The objective of Cook's lesson plan was for students to be able to describe the movement of matter among plants, animals, and decomposers, including the relationships in the system between organisms that consume other organisms. Reporting for Night Vision News, I'm Alexa Gansveld.
If you're interested in uploading your own lesson plan, go to petsintheclassroom.com for more information.
Increased rainfall over the past few weeks has caused problems for some Iowans. Just last week, Governor Kim Reynolds issued a disaster proclamation for southwest counties that lay along the Missouri River. Although this is the other side of the state, the Waverly area is also seeing the effects of heavy rainfall. Many students of Wartburg College have had vehicles displaced due to flooding. Rain is likely tonight, with weather.com placing the precipitation chance at 90% with thunderstorms throughout the day. Chances are also high going into next week. Stay tuned for our 7-day forecast later in the broadcast. When we come back, Kamala Harris recently hosted a rally in Waterloo, and we single out a man from Cedar Falls who had the chance to participate in American Ninja Warrior. Keep it here.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
Even you are beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against bullying.
we put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. Our whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I even have the army on my team.
All the kind comments brought my child joy. I don't feel thank you is enough.
That's
Welcome back. This past summer, Waverly recently had a very unique store open in the downtown area. Night Vision News' Juliana Pelaez has the story.
Be Unique Waverly opened its doors in downtown Waverly on July 14th for the Waverly Ridiculous Days weekend. Christy Wedeking, the owner of Be Unique, knew that Waverly was in need of a crafty, fun store.
There are a lot of creative people, and they just needed an outlook, a place to bring their stuff to sell. It seemed like there were people that had things that they could craft and create, and they just didn't have a place to sell them. And so we opened the store so that they had a place where they could sell it here in the store. So we do that in the front of the store, and in the back of the store we do all day make and takes, like an open studio where you can come grab something off the wall and craft it.
The idea for the store came from what Wedeking liked to call her mommy vacation out to Florida. There, she was fascinated with the many craft booths she had seen. She knew Waverly needed the same.
So I just felt like it was a need that Waverly needed a place for that to happen. And plus, we live in the country. My family is in the country, and I have a 8-year-old and a 11-year-old, and we like to do birthday parties. And so having someone bring their children way out into the country for a birthday party, we needed a really nice place to take and do birthday parties, and to have somewhere centralized like in town here to bring for a birthday party.
A fourth-year Wartburg student, Hope Pearson, has joined alongside Wedeking as an intern at Be Unique. When she was informed about the opportunity for an internship in a new shop in town, Pearson jumped at the opportunity.
I think Be Unique is a really unique place for people to come because there are so many different items that we have here and crafts and just merchandise that people are bringing in that they're creating on their own, just so unique.
Anyone can walk in without an appointment to the store to make crafts during their store hours, as well as buy crafts and attend their DIY classes and events. Reporting for Night Vision News, I'm Juliana Pelaez.
For more information on upcoming events for Be Unique, follow their Facebook page below.
Night Vision News' Sophie Reeder had the chance to sit down with one Cedar Falls athlete who took the national stage.
Flying through the air, climbing impossible walls, and defying gravity are just a few of the things Scott Behrens does for his job, and more recently, the national stage. Behrens, co-owner of the Cedar Falls gym Ninja U, had the chance to compete at the end of the summer in American Ninja Warrior, an athletic reality competition show that features extreme obstacles, much like the ones in his own gym. Behrens got into this trend because of his kids.
The reason we wanted to start it all up is it started in my backyard, actually. My kids came home from gym class. They were doing obstacle courses. I always loved obstacle courses. They loved obstacle courses. And they were a little too shy to actually want to play team sports. They were super athletic, and we decided to just build some obstacle courses in the backyard for them to just burn off some energy.
The love for their sport grew in their family until one day, Behrens decided to follow in his kids' footsteps.
My kids actually had the opportunity last summer to compete on American Ninja Warrior Junior. So they actually got on a Ninja TV show before I did.
Behrens competed on the show at the end of the summer and lost in the Las Vegas finals. But for him, it was never really a competition.
And I think the show has done also a very good job of making a reality TV show that hasn't tried to dig for that conflict or villainize anyone, which I think has really helped the show as well. In Vegas, I fell on an obstacle and I went back and told everyone else how to do it. That's what other people do, and it's all about everyone versus the course. So it's rather than X versus Y, you know.
At 38 years old, Barron still has a love for Ninja, and even said he's looking forward to trying out next year. Reporting for Night Vision News, I'm Sophie Reeder.
You can check out Scott and his kids at Gym Ninja U in Cedar Falls or on their YouTube channel, Backyard Ninja Kids.
Last week, Waterloo saw a special guest make the Cedar Valley a stop on her campaign trail to the White House. We go to Night Vision News' Nathan Stephanie, who got the chance for an up-close look.
Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris first announced her campaign last January. Since then, Senator Harris has been consistently coming in 4th or 5th place in national polls. In June, she managed to stand out amidst the crowded Democratic field during the first primary debate. And now, she came to Waterloo on September 20th to court Iowans' votes before the Iowa caucuses begin.
Right, this is a moment in time where we are each being asked and required to look in a mirror and ask the question being, who are we? And I think we all know part of the answer to that question is we are better than this. And we must fight for the best of who we are, and fight, of course, we will. And here's the thing that we have to remember. Fighting is not new for us. There is nothing we have ever gained by way of progress as a country without a good fight.
The town hall event was open to press and public. Before Harris took the stage, the chair of the Black Hawk County Democrats took the opportunity to remind people exactly how important the election process is.
And remember what I said about voting? Remember what I said about registering to vote? I want to make sure that everybody is registered. And I know I keep talking about that. I know I keep trying to get that home. It's very, very important. Your vote is your voice. Say it with me. Your vote is your voice.
Waterloo Mayor Quentin Hart introduced Senator Harris.
But there's a few things that I need to ask and take a look at the records of those that come to this community. And so number one, I like to ask and see, is this person or candidate willing to stand for our middle-class workers and fight for better wages?
Senator Harris next took questions from the assembled crowd. Energy in the room was high and the crowd was enthusiastically receptive to the senator. Nevertheless, she'll still have a long road ahead for her as she prepares to double her Iowa presence.
Because, people, then there's the other thing that the pundits are doing, comparing 2020 to 2016. Hey, 2020 ain't no 2016. People are woke.
Reporting for Night Vision News out of Waterloo, I'm Nathan Stephanie.
This was the Harris campaign's second visit to Waterloo, but likely won't be the last as the Democratic presidential candidates continue to ramp up their Iowa presences ahead of the Iowa caucuses on February 3rd. Up next, Courtney with the weather.
Thanks, Alexa. We're going to take a look at your 7-day forecast and encourage you to have your umbrellas handy as we are going to see many opportunities for rain throughout the coming week, beginning today with thunderstorms, a high of 69 and low of 50. Saturday will be our chance for some partly cloudy skies, so hopefully you're able to enjoy that, a high of 66, low of 55. Again, on Sunday, thunderstorms will roll back around, a high of 73, a low of 70. Monday, continued thunderstorms, a high of 83. Tuesday, high of 73. On Wednesday, that high is going to drop and it'll only be a high of 58 degrees, but again, more showers on Wednesday. Thursday, hopefully those partly cloudy skies will return with a high of 57 and a low of 40. So hopefully you have your umbrellas ready, and after the break, we'll have an interview with ETK co-president Danielle Gerlach. We hope you will keep it here.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid. A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close. I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us. But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words. These are not my words. These are not my words.
Welcome back. Joining us today is Danielle Gerlach, the co-president of Entertainment Tonight, a student organization at Wartburg College. Now, can you tell me a little bit about what you do with Entertainment Tonight?
Yeah, so currently I am the co-president with Sonia Iverson, and we basically are just running the program just to give students a free option on campus to kind of get out of their academics and just be with people and their friends and do some fun things on campus. And it's really just about getting out and being social with other students on campus.
Awesome. Last night was Carnival Night. What was your role in putting together the event?
Yeah, so we are pretty cohesive as a group for ETK, and we work together a lot. But I kind of was the people who was organizing, making sure we had all the games together. But honestly, it was really just a team effort, and we all worked together to just make a really great night because we were all super excited about it, and it was the first time we had brought it to Wartburg.
What does the planning process look like for events such as this one?
It really depends. Since this was early in the semester, a lot of it was kind of put together last spring. We talked about kind of the games we wanted, and then this fall was really finalizing things, picking out games that we think people would want to play, kind of how we want to give out prizes, like how many tickets per prize, and stuff like that. So it's really about just a lot of conversations and like thinking of like what we can provide for the students.
How does your team come up with ideas for these events?
It's a lot of collaboration. We go to a conference usually in March or April every spring, and it's called NACA, which is the Northern Plains edition of campus programming. And so we get to like be with ACTS, we get to see people and vendors who provide us with ideas, and we usually come back from that conference ready to go and have a lot of ideas. And so we just kind of use that conference to kind of springboard a lot of our ideas.
What is your favorite part about working for Entertainment Tonight?
I think it's just a really great way to kind of get out of academics here at Wartburg, and I love meeting new people and getting to work with people on campus and different varieties, and I probably wouldn't meet a lot of the people I have met if I didn't work with ETK. So it's just kind of meeting people and, you know, being able to provide that for students.
How many people work for ETK?
So our executive team is 6 people right now, but we're starting to start a general membership, and we love volunteers because it is a lot of work sometimes, and being able to have volunteers to help us out is always great. So 6 executives, but we do take volunteers as well.
How does ETK benefit from the student body at Wartburg?
We like feedback, and we benefit, ETK benefits the campus by providing that social aspect and getting people to stay on campus and, be on campus and just have a fun time outside of academics.
All right, thank you, Danielle, for coming
Yeah.
in. When we come back, we'll have local sports coverage.
to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Welcome back. This is Sports with Annika. 2 Wartburg athletes earned honors from the American Rivers Conference office this week. Junior libero Katie Foster was named the Defensive Player of the Week for volleyball for the 3rd straight week. In 18 sets, Foster tallied 113 digs to average just under 6.3 per set. At the time of the honor, she ranked first in NCAA Division III with 387 total digs. Joe Freiberger earned his 2nd Runner of the Week award of the 2019 season. At the Bradley Intercollegiate Invite, the junior led Wartburg to a 2nd-place finish in a 19-team field. Wartburg was the top Division III school and finished above a trio of Division III programs. Freiberger was also the top non-Division I competitor. He finished in 3rd place. Fall sports at Wartburg are in full swing, including women's tennis. This season, a pair of former teammates have hit the court together yet again. Senior Hannah Fox and sophomore Maddie Overman have teamed up as double partners this year. Both graduated from Waverly Shell Rock High School, but this is the first time they've competed together in doubles. Last year, Overman took a year off of doubles play and played at the number 4 singles spot. Fox played at the number 2 singles and number 1 doubles spot with alumna Ashley Rottinghouse. As they were both in the Waverly area, both had a different recruiting experience.
Recruiting the Waverly players has been, it's like kind of different because you've got a closer relationship with them already, and it's less about getting to know them and more just about opening their eyes to like the potential experiences that they could have playing tennis here. It's really just like showing them the program and letting them make a decision.
On Tuesday, the Wartburg volleyball team avenged 2 of last season's losses. One of those losses was in the conference championship match. It took 5 sets, but Wartburg defeated the University of Dubuque. After the Spartans took the first set, the Knights bounced back with set 2 and 3 wins to take a 2-1 advantage. However, the Spartans answered and closed out the 4th set with 5 straight points to force the 5th. Wartburg overall owned a 63-47 kill and 55-38 assist advantage over Dubuque. Zaya Quirk and Natalie Clayberg led the attack with 14 kills each, followed by Kylie Bildstein with 11. Sydney Rottinghouse tied a season high with 24 assists, while Claire Marsh added 23. NCAA Digs leader Katie Foster totaled 23. Wartburg has its final road tournament of the year this weekend. The Knights are slated to face St. Mary's and host Augustana in Rock Island, Illinois. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
To end our show this week, a group of Wartburg students traveled to Gustavus Adolphus for a conference on climate change. This year's Noble Conference was themed Climate Changed, Facing Our Future, and featured 7 speakers. Dr. David McCullough took a group of Wartburg students to the event. The topics of climate studies, climate justice, climate modeling, and climate adaptation were addressed. In addition to listening to the speakers, Day 1 featured a panel discussion with the audience, along with a series of climate-changed workshops. The evening concluded with a concert. The second day of the conference had a variety of speakers and panels for attendees to go to.
Looking back on today's top stories, 2 Wartburg students won grant money for the Wartburg Science Department. A Cedar Falls man was highlighted after competing nationally at American Ninja Warrior. And 2 women's tennis players at the top of the Wartburg lineup have a special connection.
Thanks for tuning in to Night Vision News.
To stay up to date with all of our Night Vision News content, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Thank you for joining us. For Courtney Moser and Alexa Ganzeveld, I'm Annika Wall. Have a great weekend.